Welcome to Can You Game On It? We're here in 2021, but by the time you see this, it's probably 2022. Now you know our secrets. We shoot way ahead of time. But anyways, starting off the new year, 2022, it's really exciting, and I think a lot of people want change. And some of those changes can come by hair. Look at my hair, guys. It's nice brown, right? Or you may want a brand new phone. And what a great way to start a new year with a brand new phone to play some game-ons. Game-ons? To play some games on. But anyways, let's push aside that moment and CK, can you just play the intro? I'm so embarrassed. Alright guys, as I mentioned before, I started off 2022 really embarrassed myself with the intro, but it's okay because we have a brand new phone here. Well, it's not brand new. It came out like last year or this year, depending on when you're, well, time! But anyways, 2020 phone from Vivo. This is the Vivo X70 Pro, and this is one of their flagship lines. I won't say new anymore because this has come out for a while now. Okay, specs. Let's talk a bit about that first. So this comes with a brand new MediaTek processor, which personally I have not heard before. It's because usually when you hear MediaTek, it's like MediaTek G502 or whatever, right? But this time around, it's the MediaTek Dimensity 1200. That's very, very new to me. I've never heard of that processor before. Also, guys, 120 Hz refresh rate display, which makes this really, really good for those who want to do like just scrolling on social media or even gaming, honestly. As well as 4,450 milliamps of battery with a 44-watt fast charge, which is honestly really nice. I like the fast charge on this. I have to say there's so many moments where I'm just in a rush. I really just want to test the phone. I want to have a quick game, but it doesn't have enough battery. Just put it on for maybe 10 minutes and you have enough battery for like 3 to 5 rounds of gaming. Okay, so now let's talk about the design. I think one thing that's really great about the China branded phones at least, is the design in the back. When you look at Western phones like the Google Pixel or the Apple iPhone, I feel like the designs are very lackluster. It's very simple, straight to the point, minimalistic. But then when you look at China brand phones, Vivo, Oppo, even Xiaomi, they have these really beautiful backs. It's ethereal, it's beautiful, it's very unicorn colored, and it's definitely attractive to girls like me, I feel, because it does look really, really nice. And on top of that, as well, what I really like about it is that the back is a matte finish, so it's not gonna, you know, get all the fingerprints on. While it's a small thing, but for people who don't use phone covers, and for me as well, actually, even on my iPad right now, like after I'm using it, right, when you don't have like, I don't know, it's messing with me. Do you see all these fingerprints? I'm not like, but at least the back will look good. So one more thing that you guys need to know about this phone as well is that it, unlike a lot of other on the mid-range to budget range phones which do come with the earphone jack, this one doesn't. And honestly, CK, why do you think high-end phones don't come with the earphone jack?
Because iPhone did it first.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So if you are gonna be using wired earphones, you're gonna have to find an adapter or just use a Type-C converter, whatever it's called. Just find those. But honestly though, I'll be real with you. I can't remember the last time I used wired earphones unless on my PC. Yeah, honestly, I feel like, you know, since we're going to wireless, I don't think it really matters at this point.
So there's no jack on that?
No jack.
What about the earphones? Are those wireless?
Oh my god! It's not wireless! Wait, I think it's a Type-C.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know, it's not!
It's not Type-C.
It comes with a converter though. Okay, as my freak out happened though, I did just realize that, I don't know why I wasn't looking at this. I mean, I did see it, but I didn't pay attention for it for some reason. These earphones, it does come with the usual 3.5mm jack port, but it does, this is really nice. We don't get this in an iPhone box or a Samsung box, okay? Not anymore, we don't get earphones, that's for sure. And we don't get the converter anymore, that's for sure. So, you know, it's either way, it's pretty nice. You get this in the box as well. So basically, if you want to switch between your phone to another device, it's there. And also, they gave ear tips, CK! I'm sorry, but this is so sweet. Like, we don't get this anymore, you know? Like hashtag save the environment? No. Okay, so now let's talk about the performance for this device. As per usual, we tested out the usual suspects when it comes to these games, and I'm really excited to say that I am overall pretty happy with what I'm getting with this phone. Okay, starting off though, let's talk about the battery at first. With 1 hour of gaming on this, shaved off about 24% of battery, which is honestly the standard or at least the average for a lot of phones on this range when it comes to gaming, especially when you have the on the highest brightness, which is honestly very, very impressive. And of course though, this does come with a 120Hz display as well, so it does use up more battery, so that means the battery management or at least the AI is pretty good on this. Okay, so let's talk about Wild Rift first. Some mobiles I did try Wild Rift as well as Pokemon Unite. When you kick it up to 60 FPS is that it does get more warm, it does get more hot, sometimes it gets a little bit jumpy on the screen. This one though, not really. I feel like in terms of warmth, it does get warm, but it's nothing that's gonna bother you. On top of that as well, in terms of input, I didn't feel any latency. And in terms of the slipperiness of the display, one thing that this is very important. I think like not a lot of people talk about this. When you play Wild Rift, when you play Mobile Legends, when you play games like Pokemon Unite, one thing you do notice is the skill shots, right? And if your screen is too slippery, just know that you're gonna be like, ooh, I overshot. If the screen isn't slippery enough though, you're gonna be like, why is my hand moving so slow to shoot? So it does have the nice amount of slipperiness that doesn't make it feel like my fingernail is being gouged out of my finger. It happens a lot, by the way. That's why people are selling those finger. Can I say condom on camera? No, I can't, right?
Just did, so.
Damn it. That's why people sell those thumb gloves, so, you know, for the gamers. That's probably why, because it actually pretty hurts. All right, so now moving on to Asphalt 9. We all know why I like Asphalt 9. I actually really liked playing Asphalt 9 on this. One thing though that I always highlight when it comes to Asphalt 9 is the speakers. So this one though, unfortunately, does only come with one speaker. You're not gonna get a dual speaker, stereo speakers on this, which I am very shocked. I know, Siki just made a face. He was so shocked. He was so shocked. Yeah, it's only one single speaker. You're not gonna get a speaker on this side, which I am very surprised about. And one thing that's really annoying, and this is also for any other game you want to play, I noticed that my hand will accidentally go up and cover it, and I can't hear anything anymore. It's so frustrating. Going to speakers while we're already here. The speakers were a little... it was underwhelming. For a flagship device, you know, like I talked about a lot of flagship devices, and a lot of flagship devices don't disappoint when it comes to speakers. This one unfortunately did. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't like mind-blowingly awesome. I wouldn't say that it was a flagship sort of like flagship quality. Yeah, it wasn't flagship quality. This is a flagship phone, but it did not come with a flagship quality speaker. So yeah, there's that. Either way though, in terms of stability, in terms of FPS, very, very stable, very, very smooth. But one thing that is very surprising to me, this phone does come with the Amoled display. And for a lot of devices I have reviewed in the past, I did talk about like how, you know, I was able to see more, I was able to see sharper or more crisper graphics. I wasn't able to with this phone. I was having such a hard time pinpointing out the enemies. I was squinting into the phone. Not too sure why, but yeah, that is one problem that I did see when it came to playing PUBG Mobile. But yeah, just not there when it comes to graphics. And the reason why I'm a little bit nitpicky is honestly because of the price. But before we go into that though, let's talk a little bit about the pros and cons now that I'm gonna cover that. So the pros though, I do really, really love the design. It's a great design, nice size. And the cons though, it's the single speaker is kind of throwing me off. Not the best thing to have on this phone, honestly, especially when you're on a game on it. And honestly, the screen isn't really the best. It's a little bit underwhelming and I'm not too sure why. All right, so let's talk about the price for this. This is a 3,299 ringgit device, which honestly puts it up there, almost the same price as the Oppo Reno 6 Pro. You're not getting really crisp sort of display or graphics on this phone, and I'm honestly just surprised. I'm just wondering if the high price tag is solely because of the camera, because if that's the case, this doesn't really make this phone great for a lot of other things either, other than just taking pictures. But though, a plus for this phone is that it does come with a game optimizer, which I really, really appreciate. You can actually set everything on the go and on the fly, and you can just do it on the side of the screen. You don't even have to exit out of the game or pause, which is honestly really good. But After all of that, let's talk about the golden question of the day is, can you game on the Vivo X70 Pro? You can. You absolutely can. It's pretty decent, not the best, but you absolutely can. One thing though that's not great, the price tag. For this phone, let me know in the comments if you would get this phone for gaming or if you're just gonna be using it for taking pictures. I don't know about you, CK, would you get this phone? You mean you like taking pictures, right?
Not on the soul.
No, he's not. He's a purist. He's like camera only, you know? Camera only. Maybe we could change his mind for 2022. All right, guys, Cash Bunny out.